Tonight, music industry veteran and accomplished investor Troy Carter joins the tank.
There's another kid in the garage that wants to eat your lunch right now.
In the tank, entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses. If the Sharks hear a great idea, whoa, they'll invest their own money and fight each other for a deal.
I'm willing to write a check. You don't just want money, you want a partner. I love a guy that's willing to give advice, but he won't write a check.
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
How much have you sold? 900,000 in the last 12 months.
You're right on trend.
Where are you currently selling these? Nowhere. I knew that we took a risk in being here early. Huge mistake. You're dead to me.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands, generating billions in sales. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched more than 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. Mark Cuban, esteemed billionaire, tech mogul, and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And Troy Carter, he climbed his way up the music industry ladder from the tough neighborhoods of Philadelphia to become a powerhouse talent manager with his media company, Atom Factory. His angel and tech funds have 70-plus investments in high-profile companies like TopShift, Uber, and Spotify. First into the tank is a business that regularly brings a happy surprise to your mailbox.
Hello, Sharks. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name's Brian DeLuca.
And I'm Matt McLaren.
We're from the great city of Dallas, Texas, and we're seeking $250,000 in exchange for 10% equity in our company, Foot Cardigan.
What is Foot Cardigan? Foot Cardigan is the raddest, baddest sock subscription company in all the land. We design awesome socks for men, women, and kids and deliver them all over the world every month.
We take the otherwise snooze of an errand of going to the store to buy socks and turn it into something not only super fun, but super convenient as well. Our sock fairy carefully selects a random pair of socks to magically appear in our customers' mailboxes every month, so they never know what they're going to get. Basically, we're spreading cheer all over the planet, one pair of socks at a time. So Sharks, I hope you're ready to step up your sock game.
Which is a crazy coincidence because I have mailboxes right here with each of your names on them. Let's see what the sock fairy brought you.
Is this how they come?
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Aw, hearts. So, how long have you been doing this business?
We just passed 3 years in June.
And
congrats.
what have your sales been?
Overall sales for the duration of the company, 1.36 million.
How many subscribers?
Currently, we have about 6,000 subscribers.
6,000?
And if I go to your site and say I want to be part of this this wonderful experience of a sock a month, how much does it cost me?
$9 a month. $2 shipping, and actually $3 shipping anywhere in the world. So we do international as well.
How long do I have to sign up for?
We basically have two different options. You can do a month-to-month subscription. The other options are 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. They work great for gifts, and that's just a prepaid subscription for each of those amounts.
I have a question. So one of your socks is lower than the other. Is that to show us that you have kid size and adult size?
No, it just fell down on my
Fixed.
Walk us through your customer acquisition cost, your cost of goods, lifetime value, attrition rate. Give it to us.
And remember all that.
So our cost per sock is $1.32 a pair.
That's landed or delivered to the customer?
That's landed.
And
you
you're making
aggregate
them overseas?
Yeah, we make them
So you
currently in
ship them
Turkey,
in.
China, occasionally the U.S. when it makes sense. But the great thing about our model is that you get a random pair every month. So we don't
Right.
really have much inventory issues because we can always push through it.
So right now is what, 60,000 month-over-month revenue?
It's a little tricky because we're so seasonal. So, for holidays, like in January and February, I think when Valentine's was over, we ended up having about 12,000 subscribers at that one given time. So
then drop
we have
off.
the ebb and flow of like a classic retailer.
Who is your biggest customer?
Definitely men.
I mean, you're right on trend, obviously, right? Men are really into these crazy socks. And even Mark is wearing them, right?
I've got like 500 different ones, yeah.
What has been your sale in the last 12 months?
About 900,000 in the last 12 months.
900,000.
Good for you. That's a lot of socks.
It's a lot of
is
socks.
a lot
you
of
guys
socks.
you guys
So we're going to do
taking a
$1.5 million this year.
What are your backgrounds? Because it sounds like the way you're talking, you have a tech background or an SEO background.
Yeah, so my background's in conversion optimization.
Okay.
I worked at a marketing agency in Dallas and just loved the psychology of what are people doing on the website, getting them to buy, and what pushes them to buy. So we have almost a 7% conversion rate on the cardigan right now.
Then why aren't your numbers higher? If you have that big a conversion rate and you have those margins, you should be just plowing in.
So we just came full time. For the first 2.5 years, we did this all on the side between there's 4 co-founders. We have 8 kids. We were working full-time jobs, getting this thing going.
Why are you not making domestically? Because you can turn this fairly quickly domestically. It'll save you from an inventory position.
Number one, it was price.
You know, because I invested in a company called Bombas.
Right.
And these guys are like on fire. And their domestic challenge is that they can't find a certain machine that is seamless in the sock. Right. But this sock is readily available in the market. It's a quality sock. I like this.
Thank you.
So are you open to domestic?
Absolutely.
Right now? Okay.
Who are your competitors out there right now?
Well, we have a lot of competitors.
Because the margins are so high, everybody wants socks.
Sure, but I think that's a really good point. So right now, we're one of the few sock subscription companies that manufacture and make our own. So I think we're doing quite a bit better than most of our competition.
Meaning they're going to third parties and wholesaling them from them, and so we know our margins are much better.
So now, what if I get a pair of socks, first month, I don't like it. The second month, I don't like, say, the design. Is there an option for me to say, you know what, guys, I want to start picking my sock?
Not right now, no.
I don't
Because
think
it's
you
too
ever
hard
want
for
to
you
get
to
there.
have that.
If you have to maintain inventory, SKUs based on demand and selection, this whole model goes out the
We
window.
get feedback all the time from people saying, I cannot wait until I open my mailbox and those foot cardigan socks are there.
Just out of interest, if I give you $250,000 for 10%, how do I ever get my money back?
We think, honestly, with this valuation and the $250,000, we believe that you could get it back in 3 years.
Why do you think that it'll take 3 years to get us back $250? That's quite some time.
I don't know time frames in terms of getting money back, but I think that we're
No, but
next year
you're
going to
saying
be $3 million.
if you're willing to give distributions to shareholders. You know, we have many options where we deploy our capital. We're looking for the highest return, lowest risk.
You know, I would say this. We bootstrapped this company. We put $6,000 of our own cash into it. That's it. And in 3 years.
So we're going to continue to grow that subscription model with just finding new customers. We found, early on, people didn't even know stock subscriptions was a thing. So we've got to get in front of more people.
I think they're cute, but it's a very crowded market. To me, you're not doing something different, just doing it in a different way. Sure. I'm not sure how I would make back my $250,000 very quickly. I'm out.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Lori.
So you guys, this never happens where I actually give an offer to 2 guys in their underwear. I will give you $250,000 for 22.5%, and it has to be contingent that my Bombas partners want to work with the deal. I have to be good partners to them.
Okay. I'll give you $250,000 for 15% with some schedule of returns, because I don't really see a sock subscription business doing an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange.
So what schedule?
Yeah, what does that look like?
Do quarterly distributions to everybody, including yourselves. In other words, you start to distribute money. I take it out the same time you guys do. In the long run, that's why you invest in the business.
Right.
Makes sense.
No, thanks for that offer. That's awesome.
If you're going to value this as a tech company and eventually raise venture capital, it's going to be hard to justify to investors that you're giving distributions to a previous tier of investors. At my company, Atom Factory, we probably invested in over about 65 technology companies, also consumer packaged goods, in addition to Stance Socks, which, is a rocket ship right now. What I like about you guys is the fact that you're going after the subscription business, which I think there's a huge market there. So what I'm going to offer is $250K for 15%, no distributions. And I think one of the things your brand is going to need is a narrative. In order to be able to make your brand defensible, you're going to have to create some sort of connection with the consumer outside of the sock. And that's a space I think I'm able to help you guys in.
And then there's one.
There's Mark. I don't know what he's doing.
The guy left.
The Dallas guy.
One shark is out. Brian and Matt have 3 offers on the table for their sock subscription company, Foot Cardigan, but they have yet to hear from Mark Cuban.
And then there's one.
There's Mark. I don't know what he's doing.
The guy left.
The Dallas guy.
See, these guys, other than Troy, they're, well, can you give me back immediately? I'm more interested in how big can we get?
Right. And I think again, now that we're full time, we finally have time to scale this thing. And if we did what we did for the last 3 years part time, we are placing massive bets on ourselves and our families' livelihoods that we're going to grow this thing. So,
all right, well, I have an interest. I'll do a straight up $250K for 20%. We've got facilities in Dallas. We can take over your accounting. We can take back office. You can work with our tech guys. I like Troy's idea of narrative. I think he brings a unique skill set there. I think your strength is, the technical side, the conversion side. I think we can amp up. We can do things with the Mavs. There's all kinds of
So he offers 250-20, 50-50 Troy if he wants that deal.
Yeah, Troy, if you want to come in with me, we'll split it.
Okay, Mark, I'll do that deal.
So for you guys split would be 20%
total. 250K for 20% total. Troy and I will split it down the middle.
So expensive.
Dudes, let's do this. Deal.
Done.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Let's do this, son.
Absolutely. It'll be fun.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing a happy dance.
Holy cow.
They can get a $10 million valuation, right? Like,
Oh, easy right now. Yeah.
right today.
Our families have made a ton of sacrifices, and for other people like Mark and Troy to see the potential and what Cardigan has and where it could go, I can't even put it into words.
You know I love love, and I've offered to marry many couples in the tank. Do you want me to marry you now?
Can you marry us?
Of course I can. I'm Mr. Wonderful. I'm actually now licensed to marry people, so if you'd like to get that over with right now, I can do it. I finally get to do it. Some of my closest friends are getting married right here on Nantucket, and they've asked me to officiate the ceremony. But that's not all. I like to mix a little business and pleasure together sometimes, so I've asked some of my best companies, Bottle Breacher, Honey Fun, and Wicked Good Cupcakes, to come to the wedding and give their products and services to the groom and bride. So show me what you brought.
We brought a honeymoon registry for Matt and Erica.
We brought the 20mm bottle breacher for every guy at the wedding.
We decided to customize cupcake jars for the bride and groom.
All three of these companies are going to become part of what I'm calling my Something Wonderful platform. Our plan is to make a huge dent in the wedding industry. But let's get changed. We've got a wedding to go to. I pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. You know what I love about love and weddings? It's the one time in your life where you're completely irrational about price.
Kevin's attention to our business has been absolutely life-changing. In the 8 months since airing, we've already done $738,000 in revenue.
When we were pitching on Shark Tank, we had $640,000 in sales. It's only been 7 months, and we've already done $4.2 million.
Since partnering with Kevin 2 years ago, our sales have now climbed to $5.5 million.
It's absolutely great. As a shark, when I invest, I'm always trying to fit companies together. How can I make them stronger? How can we cooperate in marketing to grow sales? This is the power of Shark Tank. I invested in these three companies. Now we're building our future on the Something Wonderful platform. We're going to grow this to the hundreds of millions.
Next up is a modern solution to alleviate the hassle of parking.
Hello, Sharks. My name's Wayne Johnson, and I'm an award-winning web designer from Washington, D.C., seeking $300,000 for 20% equity in my company, Valpark Mobile. Valpark Mobile is an app that allows customers to pay for valet and garage parking super easy, fast, and secure, all from their smartphone. How often have you gone to valet and realized you don't have any cash? And then what? You drive around in circles looking for a parking space you may never find? Or even worse, you go to an ATM. Where's the convenience in that? Enter Valpark Mobile. Valpark Mobile helps you find and pay for valet at locations such as restaurants, hotels, nightclubs, and even sporting arenas. Mark, ready to leave? Use our app to then request your car and then have it waiting outside for you. With your help, we can make this $40 billion antiquated parking industry Valpark Mobile standard. Let's bring the convenience back to valet. Any questions, Sharks?
I have a question. Let's say I have a restaurant and I have a very buoyant valet business. I'm parking 250 cars a night. Tell me how you add value to my situation. You come to me as an owner and say...
Skimming among valet providers. It's kind of an accepted loss, up to 30% in fact, because it's cash. Valpark Mobile eliminates a good portion of that by allowing not only mobile transactions, but credit card transactions.
I'm not sure I fully understand how this works. Can you show us? Yes. Can you explain to us?
So you would download our app. You make a profile. Mark has made a profile here. With your name, your email address, and your credit card number. When you create a profile, you actually create a secure PIN that is associated with your profile. So you never take your phone out of your pocket when you're parking with us. All the attendant asks for is your name. And you say your name, you put your PIN in, you're charged. That's it. You're done. So right now, you're closing up your tab, you request your vehicle. All attendants at that location with the device gets an alert. I then get an alert saying my vehicle will be outside 3 to 5 minutes. When it's outside, I then get a secondary alert, and my vehicle's outside. I'm ready to go.
How many locations are you in right now?
Currently, we're at over 115.
And which markets?
We're in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia.
And you created this yourself?
I designed this myself. I wireframed this, concepted this. I did all the assets. My business partner owns the largest valet company on the East Coast.
And what's your arrangement with your business partner?
He owns 46% of the business. He was looking for a solution like this because they can't take credit cards. How many people carry around more than $25 at once in their pocket?
No, you're solving a problem, right?
Yes.
There's no question. The question is, how big can you get?
You're saying how scalable?
Yeah, because there's one of those in every market. The guy who dominates valet parking.
You need to get to your partner in every city. If I went and looked San Francisco, I'd find one guy has 60% of all the valet companies and the others are all split up.
Yep.
You need the 60% guy in every market. How are you going to do it?
That's the plan. Last year, we started with beta, 33 locations. Now we're at over 115.
So what's your sales?
Last year, we did $270,000.
How many years did you say you've been doing it?
We started last year.
And what percentage do you take?
So first year, this is how we make our money. We added an 8.5 convenience fee to whatever the principal was.
8.5% to the consumer?
That's passed down to the consumer. And this is why vendors love us. We don't take their principal.
Now, are you saying you did 270 gross, and then to you, basically, you would have done approximately $25,000?
$28,000. This year, our new business model, we moved to 15% convenience fee. We split the credit card fee down the middle with the provider. And then we also have a $49 per month fee for each location as a vendor. This is a very, very old market and industry that they have not ever seen an urge or need to improve upon.
One of the problems in tech right now is it's a copycat market. So the moment you get some heat, this is going to scale very quickly around the world. How do you prevent yourself from only being stuck in that tri-state area? How do you get to scale more quickly?
I need an ambassador in each city.
Have you tried to raise money?
So all this was done by myself out of my own money so far. And
How
I think
much?
$100,000 myself.
Okay.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
You're in.
And I'm in it to the end. So
I see it work, right? I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. The problem, like with a lot of apps, is how much money can you actually make? 49 bucks per location, right? Get 1,000 locations, 10 times the size. To you as a one-man operator, that's money in the bank, right? You're smiling all the way. But now, out of 115 locations, you made $28,000, and even if you double that, you've made $56,000.
yeah, but
that's not enough.
You're speaking on the same principles and business model that Uber's established on, or Lyft.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
It's not different. There's a principal fee that goes to the driver, and there's a fee that's added on top.
Let's use Uber as an example, right? There's a reason why they're okay losing money, because they've raised billions of dollars, right? And they're out there just trying to build a brand, trying to get people, when they think transportation, think Uber. But the bigger point is they can live off of crumbs based off of the volume. You're not in a position to live off of crumbs. And there's not enough crumbs out there to make the money real money.
I invested in Uber in 2011
I'm aware.
when it was only in San Francisco, and Uber was going after the entire ecosystem, you know, and the size of the market became humongous. And I think with Valpark, that you're going after a very niche market. It's not proven yet. It's 115 locations in a tri-state area. That's not a lot of real estate right now. You know, somebody can come in your own market and take that market.
No one can come into my market and take it.
You're underestimating your competition. There's another kid in the garage that wants to eat your lunch right now.
I own the majority share.
You don't own it. You think you own it, but never
I own the majority share,
underestimate it.
and I just don't see that happening. There's no feasible
And I don't
scenario.
see my investment happening. I'm out.
And I respect your confidence, I respect your effort, but in order for it to be worth investing $300K, I've got to be able to see something big. I turned down Uber. I was the first guy he went to. I told him it was going to be too hard to get past all the taxi cab commissions and that he'd have to raise billions of dollars. So I was the big idiot that said no. I'm hoping I'm going to be just as big an idiot for you and that you get just as big.
Yeah.
But I don't see it scaling big enough to get a return. So for those reasons, I'm out.
100%.
I'm sorry, I don't see the vision for world domination of valet parking systems here. I just don't. I'm out.
Understand?
You know, you already have a great partner who's at 46%, right? So that, for me, is where I have a problem. I like having a partnership where I feel like we're doing the right thing for everybody involved. I don't feel it's right for me to take 30% of your company, but I don't think it's worth my time to take anything less, so I'm out.
Understand?
Okay, one shark left, I think.
I see this as a valuable property. I see this as something that can grow into car washes, gas stations, and things of that nature where, you know, my daughters or my wife, my mother, they don't want to get out the car. But I would desperately need a Mark, a Troy, who understands software and technology to be my partner. So I need one of these individuals in, and if anybody wants to come back in, then I'm okay with the $300,000 for 20%.
It's scalable.
But they know better than I do.
It's scalable to even the point of home access to your own home.
See if you can get another shark back in.
Yeah, I just don't see it being big enough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Troy?
You're not paranoid enough for me. I love a paranoid founder, right? Who thinks there's somebody in a garage waiting to eat his lunch.
All right, well, with that being said, I'm out.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
We're not stopping. We've done this on a shoestring budget. We're getting more traction. We're just getting ramped up, and we're far ahead of competition that had a lot more time than we did.
He'll make money. It'll be a good business for him, but it won't be big enough to make an investor money.
Yeah.
Next into the tank is a twist on a classic accessory.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Adam Teague. And I'm Tim Passley. We're the Two Guys Bow Tie Company from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% of our company.
We haven't all been blessed with Mr. Wonderful's striking good looks and endearing charm. Some of us mere mortals, we need a little bit of help, and we rely on our clothes to stand out. I mean, guys, we've all been there. You're an eligible bachelor at a friend's wedding, trying to get bridesmaid number 3 to dance with you, or at least notice you. The problem is, you look just like everybody else. Same old suit and tie.
But don't worry, that's what we're here for. Separate yourself from a crowd with one of our wooden bow ties. We clearly cannot help you with the electric slide or the wobble, but we can at least get you in the game. Our handcrafted accessories will make a statement on the dance floor, at the office Christmas party, or on your next hot date.
Our bow ties are made using old school craftsmanship. We use a variety of exotic hardwoods like Peruvian walnut or African zebra wood. But our modern style doesn't stop with our bow ties. Two Guys can spruce up your lapel, your pocket, and we're extremely excited to share with you our unique take on the traditional fedora.
These are beautifully crafted pieces that actually age with wear and grow even finer over time. So Sharks, join us, and we're sure to make money. Knock on wood.
We'd love to hand out some samples if you guys are
Please.
Finally, a man who gets it right and starts on this end.
I was just going to say.
Troy, I got a black fedora
Oh,
for
I
you.
don't get a hat?
We found out you have a really big head, not just your ego.
It's
There you go, Mr.
cute.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
This is the skyline of Chicago. How
got it, yeah.
creative.
Thank you,
got
thank
it.
you.
So where are you currently selling these?
Nowhere. Those are just getting ready to launch. We're going to be going to a market in Atlanta here next month.
The core product, I assume, is the bow tie. That's what you started with.
We started with the bow tie. The bow tie retails from $45 to $95.
And what's it cost you to make one of these?
Bow ties, about $750.
And where and how are you selling these now?
The majority of our sales come through our website. We obviously love that. We get to keep the majority of the money. 75% of sales come through the website.
Well, what have you done in sales last year?
So last year we did 407. We've been in business for about 2.5 years. We've done just shy of $1 million.
Wow.
So we do custom really well. We can customize the front of these to be anything. We ship out custom orders next day because of the process and the way we process things. We can do about 1,000 bow ties a week.
Your logistics are amazing.
We ship out with
And that's your key?
That
The
is
satisfaction is an immediate.
We sold over 25,000 pieces. We have had less than 30 returns for defect.
How are you currently getting the word out on the product?
We've got to get this on tastemakers and style influencers. We've worked really hard. I'm an avid NBA fan, so a natural outlet for me was the NBA. Mike Conley was the one who wore our bow tie during the NBA playoffs. And he got noticed during the press conference. They did a separate interview. The guys on Inside the NBA, Chuck, Shaq, Ernie, we sent them some, they won them. They all
Did
talked
you
about
see
it.
sales lift after that?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely, yeah.
I love the story. I think the fedoras are fantastic. You actually should make it a little smaller for my head. Looks really good on Damon, and I think this is probably more of his expertise than it is mine. And for that reason, I'm out.
We'll get you a smaller fedora. We got one for you.
Let me ask you guys a question about this, and
Yes,
I want your feedback on it. You know, I've got a lot of companies involved in the wedding and special event space.
Oh, we hear.
Honey Funds, Bottle Breacher, Wicked Good Cupcakes, O'Leary Wines. I call it Mr. Wonderful's platform of love.
Right.
So what I try and do is incentivize people to use all the services when they have a wedding or an engagement party. That's the idea.
Yeah.
How much does that fit? How much does this fit into that?
So the platform of love, the bow ties are going to be a great fit for that. The lapels and pocket squares as well, because people want their wedding to be dialed in. We actually even allow people, if they want to mail us their own fabric, and we can make the bow ties out of that.
I like 3 times in people's lives: when they're born, when they get married, and when they die, because they throw caution to the wind on pricing. I'd like to include this on my platform of love, and I'm going to make you an offer here. I'm going to give you $150,000, but I want 15%. I think I add a lot of value.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a great offer. We'd love to kind of consider that with, would you be interested in bringing in a partner that has maybe a different skill set?
Depends which one.
Yes, he's talking about me, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate the shout out. I like this in my portfolio.
What about with your Moe's Bows?
Yes, I do have a mentor. He's 12 years old. His name is Moe's Bows.
Yeah.
He's a vicious, vicious businessman. I see that you guys need licensing and probably the fashion experience, so that means that I'm going to have to work a little bit harder because I don't think you just want the money, so I'll give you $150K for 20%.
Okay. That's excellent. I appreciate that. We'd love to, if it's okay, out of respect for the other sharks here. if there's
Guys, I'll
anybody else.
simplify it some. Why I am a fashion icon. You can't make hats big enough to hold all these brains. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I will tell you, I think you guys are great. I think that Kevin and Damon are definitely better partners for you as far as marketing and selling the bow ties. I'd be a customer, but not an investor. I'm out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well done to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. Damon, I have a question for you. Would you be interested, Troy? I know you said you were out, but if there was a potential partnership, obviously because we feel like you guys do both bring different aspects. Obviously, your kind of network with Damon's fashion expertise. Is there a way that we could possibly find a way to work with both of you together?
I am not adverse to working with Troy, you know, just due to the fact that I think that he can bring value with his music relations. If he would be interested, then I think that Troy and I would need to go up to 30% because I need to be able to get up and make a fair share of money off of this. But you still have to ask him.
Three sharks are out. Adam and Tim have two offers on the table from Damon and Kevin for their wooden accessory company, Two Guys Bow Ties. But they've asked Damon if he'd be interested in partnering with Troy on a deal.
I think that Troy and I would need to go up to 30% because I need to be able to get up and make a fair share of money off of this. But you still have to ask him.
You know what, Damon? If these guys were willing to go up to 30% for that price, I think we make good partners on this.
All right.
What do you guys think?
So 30% is a little higher than we are wanting to go.
I'm taking off the hat, guys.
So our counter would probably be 20% with a 5% royalty until you got your investment back.
Why don't you give us a 10% royalty on that? I mean, the bump of obviously what we do and bring the value to it will increase your numbers greatly.
I'll make it interesting, just to make it competitive. I'll drop my equity ask down to 10%, not 15. I'll drop the royalty down to 7.5, and I'll put it on the platform of love, which I think is invaluable for you guys.
Yeah. I'm out.
Ooh, that's nasty, guys.
Wow.
Ba-bam, Troy.
Well, he's a disciplined man, I can see that.
Well, now that I've already had the thirst for the blood of 10% royalty, I'm going to keep it at that. 150K, 20% equity, 10% royalty until I receive the 150K back.
Wow, that's expensive.
That is expensive. Well, I'd love to counter if I could. So right now you're at 20% for 150 with a 10% royalty.
Until
you get your money back. Would you be willing to do 17.5% with a 10% royalty until you get your money back?
You think I'm going to argue over 2.5%?
I would hope not.
All right, I'm going to give you two guesses, but you're only going to need one, what I'm going to say.
Deal.
Done. All right.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Good deal.
And I'm going to model this for free, man.
Absolutely. You're looking sharp in it.
Troy, I appreciate you letting me get a little bit more.
It's emotional to take something that you've worked to build so hard and then to give a piece of that away, but we feel like with Damon we get so much in return. His expertise and experience in this industry is going to be amazing for us.
This is my wife, Lydia, and we live in Nashville, Tennessee with our three beautiful kids, Dia, Asaya, and Lucy. I wear glasses every single day, and something has always really bothered me. One day, the light bulb went off, and I came up with a really simple fix to a very annoying problem.
As first-time entrepreneurs, we're learning as we go, and we've definitely had some setbacks.
We've tried using a manufacturer, but when our product came off the line, they were all defective. It was a nightmare. It put us a month behind schedule, and we lost a ton of inventory.
We're back to making our product by hand at home. We've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We need an investment from the sharks to help us scale our business, but we also need the expertise of someone who's been down this road before. We can't afford to make any more mistakes.
I want to do the last one.
Okay. This business means doing something that I love while being with the people that I love. And on top of that, we get to help people all over the world make their lives just a little less frustrating. It doesn't get any better than that. Hey Sharks, I'm Don.
I'm Lydia.
Dia, and I'm Asaya.
We're the Haney's and our company is NerdWax. We're here today seeking an $80,000 investment for 20% equity stake in our company. We love wearing glasses.
Glasses and sunglasses don't just help us see better. They're also a fabulous way to show off your unique style.
But those of us who love wearing glasses also know it's hard to keep the glasses we love on our face.
Yeah, they're always sliding down our nose, and we're constantly adjusting them. That's why my dad invented NerdWax.
NerdWax is a beeswax-based blend of all-natural and certified organic ingredients, specially formulated to keep your glasses in place.
So, how does it work?
It's super simple.
First, you're going to wipe off your nose pads or bridge of your glasses.
And then you roll your NerdWax out a good bit, and you apply it directly to the bridge or nose pads of your favorite glasses.
NerdWax will simply wear off naturally over time.
And that's it. We've already changed the way thousands of people wear their glasses, but we need your help to make it millions.
So who wants to wax on with us and stop the slide?
So Lydia, Dia, and Asaya are going to pass out some samples.
Okay.
Thank you. Like your glasses. Thank you.
Let's give these to Damon.
Good job, big guy. Thanks.
Troy, as you're putting it on, make sure you roll the tube out a good bit and kind of use the edge of it. The great thing about it is that you can control the amount that you put on it. So you can try just a little bit, see how it works, and then you can give it a little bit more and see what you like about it. Hey, you guys did awesome.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
All right.
See you later.
Bye, Dad.
How did you come up with this idea?
So 5 years ago, I was a touring audio engineer. I worked in the music industry and I worked outside in the summer. We did a ton of outdoor concerts and festivals, and I would get super sweaty. My glasses were always sliding down, and I looked all over the internet for a solution. Everything I found was either uncomfortable, it didn't work, or it was just straight up ugly.
So it's made out of beeswax?
Yeah, so it's a beeswax base, but it's a special formulation. So it's not chapstick. Although we have the lip balm container, it's a completely new formulation. But all the ingredients that are in there are all natural, completely organic, and they're cosmetic grade ingredients. So you don't have to worry about your face breaking out or anything like that.
Where does it sit at on the shelf?
We sell online, $10, and then
So
we also
60
have 30 wholesalers.
And what's the cost of goods?
It's 35 cents per tube.
Whoa.
This got good margins.
We have great margins.
And how much have you sold?
So we have sold to date
$136,000.
Well, good.
And off of the 136,000, we have 65,000 in profit.
Over what period of time?
So that's the exciting part. We just started. April of last year, we began selling direct to the consumer online via our website. And when we started doing that, we got a ton of push online. We were featured in Mashable, Uncrate, BuzzFeed, AOL, Daily Mail.
You're getting, I call it PR Viagra.
Yeah.
Right? You're getting all these.
Yeah, we have tons of spikes. And
all your spikes that relate to when you get media.
Yeah.
Right? How are you going to do without media? What are you going to do when the media dies?
So we're going to continue doing what works. Right now, we're measuring everything that we do on social. So we're going out there and we're just stirring up the conversation. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep doing what we do better, and then we're going to improve on it.
How many reorders are you getting from the people that have ordered in the past?
We've estimated that you'll get 6 to 8 months out of a single tube. So just now, we're starting to see people come back and reorder.
That's a lot of time.
It doesn't run out that fast.
Yeah, because it
You
doesn't
just
go out
use
that
a
fast.
little
You just
bit.
lose a little bit.
8 months is an eternity before the repurchase.
I agree.
I would make the tube smaller, thinner, so it doesn't look like it's lip balm, and I would reduce the amount by 60%, so I'm basically only selling 90 days worth of supply. I'd drop the price to $3.99 to $4.99, and then I'd find out the sweet spot. Nobody's going to spend $10 on NerdWax. It's too much money.
That's the worst thing they could ever do.
And look, I don't care what Mark thinks. I'm always right. I know what I'm doing here. This is why it's not working.
We're profitable today.
Exactly.
I think you'd sell so much more if your price was way lower.
Yeah, that'd be a huge mistake.
To me, you need to get out there, get widespread, and move volume. If this, I don't see this, well, I know you don't agree with me, Mark. but I've sold a lot of product over the years.
Yeah.
I always think it's smart to crawl, then walk, then run. And I feel like I'm lying to myself if I said I think I'll make back my money. So, I'm out.
Okay, so it's too early for me, and I don't think you need the investment. I'm out.
I'm sorry to hear that, Damon. We are here for an investment for a very specific reason.
What are you going to use the money for?
We need working capital to grow this thing and scale.
Why give away part of your company right now for that amount of money?
I mean, look,
This is the only time you need to value sweat, which is sweat equity. In a year from now, that 20% will be worth so much more.
And we're going to continue to do that. We're not afraid of work. We've proven that. We're going to hustle.
Guys, I beg you not to take in any money right now.
I know that we took a risk in being here early, but I also know that everything that has come, we've been able to get up there and crush it. So I know that we can do this. And I know that going beyond this, we're going to just figure it out.
Here's the only way I would do this deal, all right? I'm a marketing genius, okay? I know that about myself. The way this thing works, for me, is you're so early, yet you do need capital. This is venture debt. It's the only way I would do it. I'd give you the 80,000 silence.
Sucking offer.
I want silence so they can hear the offer. I think you're a product, not a company. So I'm willing to give you $80,000, but I want 10% of sales until I get $240,000 back. And because I'm Mr. Wonderful, you're going to give me 3% of the company. Listen, let's deal with the truth, okay? It's a product, it's not a company.
Guys, I think trying to go high volume, biggest mistake you can make. Go from 100,000 in sales to 500,000 in sales to $1 million in sales, and you'll be making $900,000 a year.
Yeah.
It could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you try to get too big too fast, things go in directions you don't expect. Right now, you can control your own destiny. This is a great small business, but it's not really an investable business. And so for those reasons, I'm out.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. I really want to work with you.
Troy's still in. What are you doing?
Let's have some fun. I agree. You guys are early, but I like to be there early. So I was one of the early investors in Warby Parker, the fastest growing glasses company in the world right now, already worth over $1 billion. So what I would offer, I'd say I'll give you the $80,000 as a loan until I recoup $120,000, plus you give me 10% of the company.
Kevin Jr. in the house.
He has learned wisely. He's going to give you the $80,000, but the cost back is much less than me. He wants $120,000 back, but the equity purchase amount that he wants is much higher. It's 10%. Yeah. I'm putting more of my risk in the company's ability to pay me back. I'm saying I'll give you 80. I want $240,000
But you don't just want money, you want a partner.
Yeah, we do.
You need somebody
because all you got to do is sell $250K worth of product, and you get the same amount of cash.
We're confident that we're going to get there, and I think we're going to get there next year. The problem that I have with the offers right now is we don't do debt. We have no debt on the company today. We want to keep it that way.
You're not a company.
See, then he doesn't believe, right? Look, if you believe in the company...
Then you do it, Mark.
No, look, if you believe in the company, then you want them to reinvest in the company.
Then you should write a check. I love a guy that's willing to give advice, but he won't write a check, all right? I'm willing to write a check. Do you want to do a deal or not?
Yeah. So at this time, I think that we respectfully have to decline those offers.
Yes. You took my advice.
Okay.
Congratulations,
Nerd wax guys, you're dead to me.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Congratulations on your company, guys.
So we know we walked away for some money today, but like Mark said, we have really high margins. If we go out and we continue to do what we're doing, we're going to get there. It may just take us a little bit longer, but we're going to make this thing happen.
Next time on Shark Tank.
Forget about it. My pizza goes from my cold oven to your table in a matter of minutes.
The answer to every dude's prayers.
Brookies are what you would get if a brownie liked a cookie, put a ring on it, and then had a baby.
It's brookie time.
Two guys with haircuts like this can go a long way, buddy. You need capital. After I get $600,000, we're done.
That's called loan shark.
I can probably get that money on 18th Avenue.
So just being greedy. I'll make an offer, but I want a lot more of your business.
What happens when using social media leads to murder? Find out on a shocking all